One of the most despairing times of my life was when my father died, and he was my hero, and I loved him very much. So every day I would walk outside, watch the sunrise, sit among the birds and the bees and all of the nature and animals that were out there. And so I can draw a direct correlation to my mental health and healing to being in nature that no other tool or intervention would have done for me.
So could you kind of describe the program you run at the Botanical Gardens?
Yes, so Lauren and I lead Mindful RX, which is part of the Fort Worth Botanic Gardens Nature RX program. And Mindful RX is a way to teach people the foundations of mindfulness and how these techniques support improving and enriching our mental health, and how being in nature improves and supports our mental health too.
So if a visitor was to, say, walk in, wasn't familiar with what the gardens were, how would you describe it?
Well, it's about 120 acres roughly of what used to be parkland. A lot of it is developed now, but we've still got a lot of open areas. I would describe it as a kind of a casual, comfortable kind of garden. This is a very nice place to come and relax and enjoy nature, which is an important part of our mission, and we kind of like people to feel that way when they come here.
How do you think the gardens positively uplifts the community? How do you think it helps to inspire?
I think probably maybe the even more important part is as a place of refuge. I mean, we're designed to be out into nature and to have these moments and times when we're just relaxing.
The Botanical Research Institute of Texas began when the Southern Methodist University decided to give up their herbarium. So they brought the collection to Fort Worth in 1987, and that's how B.R.I.T kind of started. And then in 2020, B.R.I.T and the Fort Worth Botanic Garden joined to be one organization, and now it's where we are today.
So I'm a research botanist here at the Botanical Research Institute of Texas, and I've been working here since 2017. That's almost 8 years. Here at the Botanical Research Institute of Texas, we have a lot of tools. So one of the tools is this amazing place that we are in at now, the herbarium. But another tool that we have is the molecular lab and the structural lab, which are facilities that allow us to go deeper in the plants to understand different mechanisms at the cell level or at the DNA level.
Scientists project we only have a couple of decades to be able to solve problems with climate change.
We won't survive without the plants, without the microorganisms that surround us. We all depend on each other.
Do you think that, personally, do some of the effects of climate change scare you?
Oh yeah, I'm very concerned about a lot of them. When you look out, 50, 100 years, and you start thinking about the fact that we're not really doing a whole lot to slow this down, then the idea of what's going to happen over time is pretty frightening.
If you look around in Texas, we are getting drier summers and also flash floods and all these changes in the environment that are not only affecting the plants, but all of us. I think, although it's concerning, I think we have to have hope. It gives me hope, for example, that there are scientists trying to understand the different ways of how organisms are responding to these changes. But it also gives me hope to think that we as a society want to know more about what we have.
Just like I can draw a correlation to healing in nature, I can draw a correlation to the epidemic of loneliness and what's happening in nature. But I also believe in the strength of the human spirit, and so I have no doubt we'll move through this. Because if we become afraid, we could become helpless. If we become afraid, we stop taking action. So yes, there is fear, but there's also love.
Eventually, we must take our life into our arms and call it our own. We must look at it squarely, with all its unbecoming qualities, and find a way to love it anyway. And only from that complete embrace can a life begin to grow. Into what it is meant to become.